It's nice to hear the music this week.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Hello. I've been repersoned.
I have replaced Brad Kozlowski.
Wait, what the fuck?
What? Is now in charge of this podcast.
Did you do that just now when we weren't listening?
Dude, that was literally Brad Kozlowski like 10 seconds ago.
That IGA Jason Keller, shout out.
Actually,
Yes, I was delivering to this place and I had like all these Jason Keller like cardboard cutouts. I have more downstairs.
Why? Why do they have?
I asked him. I was like, "Hey, you guys gonna do anything with those?" And yeah, they were like, "Hey, we're moving in like 2 months. You want all of them?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah."
Was it at an IGA?
No, it was like some random guy, and Jason Keller's from Greenville, South Carolina. So they were actually friends with Jason Keller, so they had all these fucking cutouts of him. So I have all of them now.
That's sick.
I like that
Hello.
you can see like Brad just peering over his shoulder.
And I have one random Eric Almirola Waffle House one too.
Wow.
So he'll be
Welcome
on
to
next week.
Shrimp Hours number 55?
No, 56.
No.
No, definitely 55. Never mind.
Yeah, what the hell? You literally recorded last week.
Caleb, go see the Titanic and a carbon fiber submersible.
Damn.
Hi, I'm back.
Thank God.
I survived barely. I
Survived
don't
what?
even, fucking, god damn.
Just a casual trip to Iowa? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the scariest thing you saw was a grocery store, bro.
To Iowa.
Yeah, you went to Hy-Vee and then came back.
You don't even know.
Did you see
don't even
Slipknot
know.
down there?
Slipknot?
They're from Iowa. They made a whole album called Iowa.
Yeah, but they weren't playing.
Iowa. Is that
Well,
what they
then
did the
don't
whole
even
time?
talk about Iowa. Who gives a shit?
Well, I saw Leonard Skinner there. Does that count?
You saw Leonard Skinner
Yeah.
like on your bike ride?
Yeah.
Was he just like performing on the bike with y'all, or like what was
They
he
were-
doing?
Yeah, it was,
they were
like
like-
the
It's like
brother.
Mad Max.
It was like the brother who took over the spot from that other dude.
The first
who
guy that
fucking
died in
in the plane
1977.
crash.
Jesus.
Yeah.
just, like,
No, it's actually kind of sick.
Follow all the bikers in like a Chevy Suburban, just blasting Skinnerd.
It was the
Now free bird, yeah.
the headline concert. I don't even know what
His life
like,
is just one long YouTube short.
I don't know what segment to put my fucking whole ass story in, 'cause I
None.
got a whole ass story to tell.
I'm about to
Alright,
go to
let's
bed,
just-
so you better skip
Yeah,
that
just
shit.
get it out of the way, dude.
I was gonna say no, let's get the NASCAR shit out of the way. Was NASCAR any good?
I didn't watch a lap.
It was incredibly base if you like strategy races, which I do, so it was awesome.
All right, cool. Was Road America any good?
Didn't watch.
Dude,
Yes.
dude, the last 2 laps were peak NASCAR. Like, as good as NASCAR ever gets. Like, so
shit.
good.
Gotta watch it now.
I watched Barbie instead, so.
I don't know the single thing about it. But I guess yeah, if you haven't watched the Road America last 2 laps, Rusty says to watch it.
It was
Um,
actually incredibly based.
Let me turn it on right now. Let me see.
What? All right.
We're not waiting on that, Caleb.
yeah,
Ban
shut
him.
up.
I'm literally
Let's continue.
deafening, bro.
We got a speed run of the show.
Say-
Caleb's
Sam Mayer
ignoring
won?
us. All right, spoilers. Damn.
Oh
I literally
shit.
just said I didn't know what happened. Get your ass off the show. You're ignoring us to watch something and then just spoiling it immediately.
Oh, I'm gonna deafen and mute. Don't worry, guys.
No, after I saw that Sam Mayer one, I just don't have any interest in watching.
All right, good. Don't watch it.
Fuck you.
All right, so NASCAR is kind of good. Core is also done until November, which I'm happy
Go
for.
jump off the Richmond Tower, Caleb.
Damn.
Damn, what? There's a tower in Richmond?
Yeah, where they have that like second deck. There's like a random second deck over there at the like entrance to turn 1.
Sure.
Is that where people do it when they visit Richmond? They're like, I got
Yeah, when the race
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
too boring, they just take a quick little hop.
I'd kill myself too if I had to watch 45 laps of Richmond.
Damn.
in 120 degrees of heat.
Dude,
Like,
yeah, like
next gen, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to the second day.
dude, and that it's like it's the rare occasion where the track is the problem. Like, how do you call a track the action track where it's like notorious like that nothing happens ever?
It's
Like
the car.
when was the last highlight from Richmond?
Kyle Busch, Dale Jr.
15 years
2008. Yeah.
He's right. He might be right.
I don't know. Name something else that happened in Richmond.
The Carl Edwards win in 2014.
Who the fuck cares about Carl Edwards?
Wow. Caleb, you're back. Welcome to the show.
I'm thinking like that random like Gen 6 clip that all the Twitter kids post every like 3 weeks, like along with the Chicagoland Kyle Larson restart. That
Sure.
was 2014, I think. So
since I left and went to Iowa and came back, they fucking
I'm just gonna say this: Richmond and Pocono are both based.
they
Peak
broke
racing.
They broke Twitter. I was gonna do like a "What's Twitter doing" segment, but it's not fucking Twitter anymore.
yeah, that's why I changed the channel name in the Discord.
Just what's X doing?
Yeah, it says what is X doing?
I hate it.
It's like when Elon Musk's wife leaves him, so now he has an ex-wife, and he just pogs out.
I thought he named it after his like 7th kid, friggin' X whatever.
I'm honestly kind of secretly hoping he's naming it after like Planet X. If you know what I'm saying.
Nobody
hope
ever
that
knows what
nobody
you're saying.
does.
All right, next episode.
Yeah,
we're
just
talking
name
about
it
Planet
Mud
X.
Flood next time.
Yeah.
What is
okay, what do you think?
I wish Elon Musk like had built a fucking carbon fiber submersible. Like honestly,
Dude, speaking of which, I was at Target today, and the exact Logitech controller is like it's like at Target, $20. I took a picture of it. I'm like, come on, are they like capitalizing on like the opportunity here? Like, there's no way this was actually. There's no way this was in an actual Target because they're pretty strict about
40,000 feet, so it must be good enough for your Xbox.
That controller's been around for like 20 years as well.
Well, to be fair, like the design of controllers has not changed in 20 years.
The new
It
stuff's
better
pretty
have.
cool.
60.
No, I still like the Xbox One controller more than the
Oh,
360.
it's the best. Oh, dude,
Yeah, dude, Xbox One controller is like the peak controller.
best
Yeah.
controller ever made.
Yeah, pull it out.
If it had a USB-C, it would be the best controller ever
It
made.
does.
Well, that's the series controller,
Oh,
Okay,
which
well.
has the D-pad that I hate with a passion.
No, the best controller ever is the Xbox OG Duke
the
controller.
Duke.
The size of a Toyota Prius in your
Those
hands.
things are huge. I really enjoy the PS3 controller. Like, just it's so like clean and like classic. You don't like it?
You gotta like wrench your hand and form like a monkey claw while playing.
I don't
No,
like
you
it because like the two analog sticks can go into
Yeah.
each other and your thumbs can
Yeah.
overlap. Xbox
did.
had it right where they offset it so your thumbs cannot hit each other.
They did make it smaller than the PS2 controller for some reason. The PS3 one is like very slightly smaller.
Well, I've also finally figured this out in my old age. You need the left joystick up top because most games you're holding forward, and when you gotta like
Yeah, that's
wrench
true.
it on the PS, it hurts your thumb after like 30 minutes. But on the Xbox, you're just running good. Like it feels good.
I think I'm just used to it, I guess.
Yeah,
That
I'm
one of
used
the
to it
later
too.
PS4 controllers, Caleb? With the like bar
That's
in
why
front?
y'all are devolving into crabs. That's the
I have
whole
no
like
clue.
Sony. That's
Yeah,
the
it
whole
is.
Sony
I have
plot.
the OG PS4 controller where they have the status light facing away from the gamer, so you can't see it at all unless you do this with a controller.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
mine.
I gotta say, the batteries in these things though last amazingly long. Like even the PS3 one that I literally got in 2009 still lasts like days of gaming.
Yep. I think I plug
is
this thing
great.
in for like 2 hours and it'll last me like 3 or 4 days and be good.
Cause like having to fucking swap batteries in the 360 ones like was kind of stupid.
Caleb has been sent to the shadow realm.
I'm about to get unpersoned, bro. You got dark as fuck in here.
It could be a hooded figure just like taken away, put a gloved hand over his face.
What happened? Did we lose power?
My LED strip is, I guess, I might have unplugged it with my feet on accident. I don't know.
He does
Oh.
have big feet. I mean, this is possible.
You know
How
they
would
say
you
about
know
guys with
that?
big feet.
Rusty, what do they say about feet?
Need big shoes.
Hey,
Good foot's a good foot, right, Rusty?
I don't want to get into it too soon, but there would be no bigger fan of the Barbie movie than Rusty Walrus, and I'll leave it at that.
Was there a foot scene?
There are tons
Dude,
of foot scenes.
I saw tons
Oh.
of billboards in Chicago with like just Barbie foot.
No, it's Margot Robbie foot. It's
Do we want to roll into the media check-in real quick and just get that out of the way?
Yes, I have two things to talk about.
All right, what do we
you
got?
have two things to talk about.
Yes, has anybody watched the Skibbity Toilet Saga?
No.
It's these like shitty fucking Gmod videos that have like taken the internet and TikTok by storm. Like I've watched all 50 episodes.
Okay.
It's
are they
made the
about?
TikTok kids like lose their mind, and like
Speaking of you
Gen
lose
Z,
your mind.
Gen Z is like, man, this is fucking stupid. But like us millennials are just like, man, I grew up on shitty Gmod videos back in like 2009. This is base as hell. It's like me reliving my childhood. And all the like Gen Alpha kids are just like constantly scrolling through. Just like every single video has like 12 million views.
What the hell did you say it was called?
Skibbity Toilet.
How the fuck do you spell that?
SKIBIDI. I don't know. Skibbity.
All right,
Skibbity.
check it out, I guess. What the hell's the other thing you want to talk about?
I started playing Pizza Tower. Have you guys played Pizza Tower? Do you know what
Never
Pizza
heard
Tower
of
is?
it.
No,
No,
don't.
dude.
Dude, it's
Pizza Tower.
like Sonic and like speed running versus meets fucking like
Angry Birds?
Metroidvania.
I don't. That doesn't help me at all.
Metroidvania.
Dude,
I don't know any of these things except Sonic.
It's a
so fucking
3DS
fun.
game.
Do what?
What do
Apparently
you
it's
do
on-
with the pizza towers?
Oh no, this is a Reddit post.
Well, there's
Apparently
this
it's a Steam
guy
game.
called Pepino. He has like a pizza parlor, and then there's this like tower that gets erected next to him that has a death ray that's going to like blow up his fucking pizza parlor. So he fucking goes and invades Pizza Tower. He just beats up all the bosses so he can beat up Pizza Face and destroy Pizza Tower. So his pizza parlor can, live on.
I looked up Pizza Tower, and the only result I'm getting is this thing, the one that leans.
That's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you fucking stupid.
Wow. That's
They
not
just-
even leaning.
That's not even the real.
That's not even the one.
So that's someone's
That's what I
garden.
got when I looked up Pizza Tower.
I got
You
the game. I don't know about you. It looks interesting, I guess, if you like 2D stuff. It does look very Sonic-like.
Dude, it has a fucking killer soundtrack.
Alright, that sounds like some boomer shit. Anything
I was
else
gonna say, I'm
media-wise?
sold on
Go,
this
go
soundtrack.
kill yourself.
I think this might be the first time we've had like only half boomers on the show. That's incredible.
No, that's definitely happened before.
Alright, damn.
Well, I mean, when Cody's here, usually we're outnumbered. Usually, it's majority boomers.
No, Cody usually has some shit ass opinion that he drives into the ground.
God damn.
Damn.
Damn. Shout out to Cody. I hope he's not listening to us on his fucking
Not
drive to
here
wherever
to
the
defend
fuck.
himself.
God damn.
You don't know
alright.
what you just started.
I'm gonna
I,
roll into drip or
oh,
drown
never mind.
unless anyone has anything else to say.
No, let's go look at
Alright.
some paint
I got
schemes.
3 cards from this week. I
The
got 3 cards
sumo
from next
tournament
week.
ended. Did anybody want to talk about sumo?
No.
What happened to the Yokozuna?
Herniated disc, day 3.
Ooh.
Like he
That
was hurt
sucks.
so bad he was like fucking shaking. Like he couldn't even like bow. He just like walked off, and it might be a career ender.
Damn.
Shout out to the Yokozuna. Fuck
But then on day 15 we went to a 2-man playoff. Like 2 guys had the same record, and it was the greatest receding hairline in sumo history versus the young 24-year-old, and both
24-year-old.
guys are like shooting for like their first like tournament win, and 24-year-old Hoshoiru ended up winning in quick fashion. I think the match lasted like 15 seconds. Just threw him
Damn.
out of the ring real quick.
Sent his ass.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's look at these paint schemes.
Yeah, drip or drown, real
Let's
quick.
do it.
Okay. First,
Who cares?
BJ McLeod ran a South Dakota car with fucking
In Richmond?
Mount Rushmore on the hood.
You know, I'll be there in a couple of days. I'm gonna see it like with my own eyes. I don't know if it's
can't even tell
concrete
what
or if
that
they
says.
sculpted it out of stone, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Are you
It was
going to the
aliens,
mountain?
dude.
Dude, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna ask some uncomfortable questions.
freedomworkshere.com. South Dakota is
No,
hiring.
they stopped doing Mount Rushmore like halfway through. That's why there's all that rubble down at the bottom.
And it has a bunch of freaking fireworks and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of a weird car.
freedomworkshere.com and it's a woman's face and it says South Dakota is hiring.
Yeah, they wouldn't let her face on the side of the car. They're hating. They're hating.
She's a woman Republican.
Fun fact, I went to South Dakota for the very first time last week. Shout out to South Dakota.
It's the number 3 least stressed state in the U.S. according to Wallet Hub.
Yeah, there's like 24 people
Got
there.
nothing to fucking do with you're in South Dakota. All right. Anyway, that's
I saw somebody post about
car.
South Dakota about the housing crisis. They're like, oh, you can buy a really nice house in South Dakota in the middle of fucking nowhere for like $41,000. I was like, yeah, let me just like uproot my entire life, separate by 2,000 miles away from every single human being that I know to go get a cheap fucking 1-bedroom house in fucking South Dakota.
Dude,
It's like the Homestead Act, bro.
Base. Like, I mean, I'd get it on top of a mountain, but I mean, they wouldn't let me like live in peace up there. So
it's like manifest destiny.
Yeah, to know more about how you can get some cheap housing, you can actually go to where they mine rubies out in Idaho. Just Google Ruby Ridge.
All right. Next car from this week. Kyle Busch ran a turd. Some crypto thing, I'd imagine.
I thought this was hilarious considering this is the week that Elon Musk made Twitter X.
Oh, yeah, and he's got World X Wallet.
Yeah.
No, apparently this is called X World Wallet. Even though the logo says World X Wallet. Wow, this thing sucks.
That's a 0 out of 10 on the logo design, the fucking car design.
Dude, the way the sponsors are just kind of like there, and we got net spend up there, you got net spend down here. It's just weird.
Dude, I know this scheme did not get approved by NASCAR. They gave the dude like all the fucking decal and was like, just find a place for him. And
did Sam Bankman-Fried design this shit?
Anyway, that's 2 drowns from this week, but I do have a drip.
Oh,
Brad ran the rocket car on the Alpha Prime 44 and got his career best finish at Road America. And god damn it, this car is good. I feel like it looks even better with the like clean ass Alpha Prime number font.
Yeah.
You can just tell the thought that went into this, like having the little planet to put his like secondary sponsors in on the quarter panel.
Apex Coffee Roast.
Yeah, it's a bang.
That is
like,
a hot ass car.
The little windshield wiper with the orange accent, like Oh, also one of my favorite touches is on the nose of the car. That little like white, I don't know what you call that. Yeah, DT's got it circled there. That it just pops on camera. It's so
and then like, the sponsor visible. In it pops too.
Yeah,
big fan. All right, I got 3 cars for next week. First of all,
banger.
Alex Bowman is running a Detroit Pistons car for some reason. I don't know why. And they left the ally like purple and pink on it, so it's purple and pink and blue and red on a white and gray like messy background.
I mean, it just needs Ron Artest like running into the windshield, and it'll be perfect.
I don't know. I feel like you could do so much more with this.
No, that's a banger.
Malice at the Palace.
It's not okay.
No, we need a Malice at the Hendrick design department.
Yeah. It's not a banger if in 5 seconds on GIMP I can recolor the ally logos to just make it
so much
undoubtedly better. Like this in no planet is a banger if you can just go like boop 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 and then this looks better. The drown. It could be good, but it's not. So
drown whoever made this in a river.
Yeah.
Take him out back.
All right, next up I got another goofy ass JTG car.
I kind of like it.
Big ass logo, big ass bowl of rice on the side of the car,
with
which
cilantro.
I really like. And just like rice all over the side. It does look like it says 47-minute on the side of the car.
It's unfortunate this isn't a Toyota. Then you can make it a real certified rice burner.
I don't know if you can say that.
That's racist.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up.
DT just coughed like a fucking lung out. I don't know if
I'm not feeling great. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday, though. I'm still like coughing a lot, but yesterday I was literally just like dizzy and tired all day. But we'll get to that. I got
like
stories to
shit
tell.
in core. Like you made me look good.
I literally finished like dead ass last and second
wrecked
to dead
Justin
ass
Malillo.
last. That was his fault.
Dude,
My
you
bad.
never. No, hold on.
We took a look. All right, other car. 23XI announced they're doing a Rocket League car,
Oh my
which is
god.
sick. Because like one of the first things I put on Trading Paints in like 2016 was I did a Rocket League car because I like playing Rocket League. And as soon as I saw in the entry list that there's going to be a 23XI Rocket League car, I was like, damn, it's going to look like shit because it's 23XI. And you know
it
what?
looks like shit.
It doesn't look bad.
Just the colors look like shit. That's it.
Yeah, the colors do look like shit.
I don't like the white on it. I feel like the back is like a banger. The red, yellow, and blue looks sick. They even put the little Rocket League thing on the back.
Oh, that is cute.
They also like this is the official reveal graphic, which just
you
looks
can't even
like
see the
they're
side.
hiding the quarter panel for some reason. I don't understand like whose cousin decided to make this graphic because it fucking sucks, but you know, I can't expect everything out of 23XI. Adam Stern posted like shitty renders of the rest of the car.
Same renders they used.
Maybe they're trying to hide the monster thing on the side, but they actually did a good job with the monster thing for once in their life.
Yeah.
The UV mapping on this model is questionable. So that like E won't be stretched out on the actual car. But I think it looks good. Big ass ball. I love how it's off center on the hood. From the top, this thing looks sick. And if they wrap it okay, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, wait till the roof number's upside down when it pulls up at the track.
Caleb, are you working on this one?
God damn it.
They also like, I don't know what's going on with the logo placement on the roof here. They've squished the number a shit ton.
That's
You
like
could definitely go to here.
No, that's
And they
perfect.
just-
Because once he spins out,
trend
yeah,
yeah, it's a recent trend to put it on the flap there.
Interesting.
you put it on the flap.
That'd be new meta. They've also squished the hell out of this Mobile One logo.
Upside down too.
It's true. All right, that's all I got for Dripper John.
Thank God.
Dude, you sound like you're progressing towards death.
Like
Yeah.
regressing.
I think I just need a constant flow of tea.
Just tons
the
of
last
tea.
10 minutes, like,
Dude, yeah, he came in here and I mean,
He
was a
fine,
little
but now
under,
it
but
sounds
yeah.
like he's like 3 days into the flu.
Yeah, it's not great out here. I guess
Do
I'll
you
tell
need us
my
to talk more?
Iowa did a number on
Look
this
at him.
man. He might not come back. Iowa has claimed as Canadian.
well here. I'll just go through my
Turn to the
story,
corn. It's the only way to regain your youth.
and then I can shut up during Slap's segment afterwards.
Slap has a
Um,
segment.
Yeah.
We're doing that now.
No, I
Yeah,
want
let's
to
do it
do.
right
I want
now.
to tell
Let's
my
go.
story real quick, just from fucking Iowa, because I for some reason decided to ride my bike across fucking Iowa.
Drives to America to drive a bike across the state for 5
And it-
days and leaves.
It killed me apparently. It actually came damn close on a couple of occasions. It wasn't very nice. Shout out to fucking Iowa.
Did dad through make it?
Mostly.
Oh, trouble.
Here I'll just I have a little show and tell for y'all.
Ooh, do enjoy
Oh,
show and
no.
tell.
Oh my god. If
DT
I can
is
stay
dead.
alive. Oh, Jesus
what if he
Christ.
actually dies during the
All right, real quick. Our fucking car died like the week before the trip, so we rented a Kia, which kind of sucks.
Look at that ride height up front. My God.
How did
The
you get
what?
under bridges with that
It's
thing?
looking like the Richmond test car right there.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude. Got the squat Kia.
I mean, yeah, that's just stock ass Kia. We
Sleep underneath that fucking clearance. Jesus.
we managed to get our bike racks onto the car, which actually works pretty damn well. They're it's like loud when you're on the highway though. You can hear the fucking like wind noise just going all the way down. God damn it. I'm gonna try to mute myself better in the future. But yeah, we literally ripped it.
Just
We
don't
left
go to Iowa in the future.
No,
We
I
left-
love Iowa.
we left Toronto at
Iowa
like
fucking sucks.
we left Toronto at like 8 p.m. because my dad took forever to pack his shit. And we just like ripped it. It's like a 12 or 13 hour drive, and we did it in one go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we slept for like a few hours, but it was fucking exhausting. And we had to like roll through Chicago because my buddy Andrew was trying to fly in, but flying into fucking Iowa is expensive because everyone flies over it. So he got like a cheap ass flight into Chicago, and we scooped him up, and he had his bike like all packed up in a bag, but we got to fucking we had to get to the endpoint because the endpoint's on like the eastern side of Iowa. And then we camped there, and then the next day we took a bus to the start. Got a cough, or I'm gonna die.
Look at his face.
Oh my god.
Nobody can see that, but he is
looks
making
like
some
Jap-
weird.
It looked like he was about to explode.
Dude, you know when Princess Leia choked Jabba out with the chain, and he's just like,
Jesus Christ.
God, Jesus
Did
Christ!
you call DT fat just now?
That's a fat joke.
I think you did. I'm offended.
Rusty's gonna
No,
be
come
choked
on.
with a chain.
Come
Jesus.
on, bro. It was
Choke Rusty with a chain with a woman in a like metal bikini right now.
Mm.
He might be into that shit.
All I'm gonna say is Hy-Vee is based. We
Fuck is a Hy-Vee.
we got to town and we went to Hy-Vee for like our first like lunch. And it's just like an Iowa grocery store, like a big ass grocery store. But they got good ass like fresh food things. You know, where they like they cook you some food, and they got like
Get a bento?
3 or 4 stalls.
Is it a
not
Northern
a
Buc-ee's?
bento, but just like a Chinese type thing with some like noodles and spring rolls and like good ass chicken and shit. Big fan.
Dude, you got if you go section by section along the fresh like meats, treats, you get to the desserts. They have an actual like 5-star artist doing the pastries, and there's just a whole massive window. It's like designer art on like cupcakes, like everything. It's insane. Like you have to like, if you go to Hy-Vee, go to the dessert section. You'll know what I'm talking about. And some Hy-Vees are a little bit different than others, but you have to like just go to the back and go like sushi, meat, more meat, desserts, and then there's I forget the other stuff, but like trust me, go to the pastry section.
Yeah, you can
Rusty,
find
of
the
course.
college dropout culinary artist person in the back making the delicious pastries.
I'm telling you, somebody's making like 150K to do like I'm telling you, like pixel perfect pastry designs. Like it's
If
I'm
somebody's
telling you, it's
making 150K making pastry designs, I'll quit my job right now.
slap. Everybody rightfully loves Buc-ee's. But when you go to a good Hy-Vee and you go to that pastry section, and I hate desserts, but when you see the art made out of fucking frosting, like you'll know.
Dude.
Of course, you wait until I've left Iowa to tell me this.
Dude. I was doing some research.
You went to like 5 Hy-Vees. How did you not see
6.
the pastry section?
You went to
I
6
guess-
Hy-Vees?
I guess I got like cookies and stuff.
No,
How
but-
cool is it? DT, how cool is it when you
It's
walk
the
in? It's just-
pastries that get in the cough. That's what's
Dude.
going to kill them.
They got IndyCar shit everywhere. Like
Dude,
that 45
everywhere.
car. It's everywhere.
Is that just always, or is that just because of the IndyCar weekend in Iowa?
I think David said it's like always, but like definitely they bumped
That's
it up a
sick.
bit. Yeah.
Because each Hy-Vee we went into, there was just tons of friggin' Jack Harvey stuff and like Jack
Yeah.
Harvey cutouts and just cars all on the shelves. There was one we went to that had like 5 Indy cars just lined up across all the shelves. We went through Chicago at like 6 a.m. On our way down, which was nice because it wasn't like the traffic wasn't fucked for once in its life.
Dude, you're so lucky.
There are some animals, like the people waking up and going to work at 6 a.m., like the crazy commuters.
Dude, that's where you learn to drive. That's where you learn to drive is the
Fly
Chicago
down the
interstate.
highways.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
God damn. Yeah, those people are nuts.
I wish
anyway,
Cody was here to talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. I do wish
Yeah,
Cody,
I got
Cody
on a
was here.
taxi after I got off of LaGuardia in Queens,
Oh,
New York.
baby. Yeah.
And then my buddy Nick picks me up in a taxi, and like this dude's just bopping and weaving through traffic, like narrowly missing people by like that much.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, white knuckling it in the back seat. I'm just like, dude, these people are fucking crazy here.
Yeah.
I took
Yeah,
an Uber
dude.
like that in Chicago for that street race, and I was like, dude, you're a fucking legend. We need to put you
Chicago's-
on the track, like put you in a track house, like 91 car. Like, come on.
Like having been to both places, New York is like nuts when you're like on the streets. You're going block to block and there's people all over the place. Chicago is that, but at 60 miles an hour on the interstate. People just fucking flying around. But anyway,
another like quintessential traffic moment, U.S. traffic moment you have to experience is going through I-85 that cuts straight through the middle of Atlanta.
Oh
And then
yeah,
it's like it's a 7 lanes wide. Everybody's moving at 90 miles an hour, and you got to pick out like, oh, here's exit 149 A B C D, exit 148 A B C D, and you got to like navigate your way across 7 lanes and try to make it over there. And sometimes the exits aren't in alphabetical order. It's just
What?
exit,
Yeah,
A,
yeah.
D C B.
Yeah.
Just make
Jesus
shit up as they go
Christ.
along.
Dude, down through like Atlanta, when it's not like backed up with traffic and shit, which it always is, but like those rare moments where you are going like interstate speed, like I channel my inner like cup driver that was like born to fucking drive, because I'm ripping it through, like weaving, dodging through lanes, like
Dude,
holy shit, it
when
is.
when I fucking had that shit ass hotel in like Talladega in 2021, and I just didn't want to be there, and I had like the next day off of work, and I was just like, fuck it, we ball. I'm driving back home tonight. I'm not staying one more night in this shit ass hotel. There's fucking roaches and cigarette burns in the comforters and all that shit.
God
And
damn.
I drove home like 1 a.m. I'm going through Atlanta, and like it literally felt like NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup, where you have to like race Ryan Newman through New York City, and there's all these skyscrapers and all these high bank turns, and you're just going like 90 miles an hour and shit. That's what it felt like, because there's no way out on the fucking roads. You can just rip through there, and you just fucking white knuckling it and everything. And you know, the few people that are out there on I-85 at that hour, they're still going like 90 miles an hour. The cops don't give a fuck, and you can just like fly through there.
Yeah, it's classic. Like even Chicago, the speed limit says 55, but they're all going 90. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just fucking animals. We drove, I think it was only like 3 hours from Chicago to like the end town of the ride, which is where we left our car for the week. Oh man, and we got there like 10 a.m. on almost no sleep, and just kind of like survived through the day in just like a trance state. Andrew, who did like sleep on the plane, had to like put his bike together because he had to like fucking rip it into pieces to take it on the plane. And then we like set up our tents. They had like an area near the like
Dang.
they had an area near the water, which is the first like tent city we were in. This was on like, I guess, the night of day -1, because then the next day we would take a bus to the start, and then they had like a whole ass expo there. So like we took a coach bus for like 5 hours driving across all of Iowa, and then we can like pick up our like registration shit, and they had a bunch of like vendors and music, and there's just people and bikes everywhere. And they had a big section of the town, like all the parks along the river were all closed up for people that camping. I wish I'd captured it better in the picture, because this is like a sixth of the camping area, like that's just completely filled with tents. Like it is just a city of tents. There's more people coming around for these bike rides than there are like actual residents.
looks like Portland.
Jesus Christ. God damn.
Jesus.
Give all those people bicycles. All of a sudden becomes whimsical.
Jesus.
I also like I had like one of the cheaper bikes there. Like I would say the average bicycle like value was like $1,500 to $2,000.
What?
How the fuck
Like-
do you spend $2,000 on a bicycle?
They're There were a
Probably a fucking
lot of
car.
nice bikes.
I feel like I'm riding a $150 one. Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Well,
like I'm driving good when it has like the gears on it in general. Like,
Mine was like, I think like $500, and I felt very cheap down there.
Pretty sure my parents bought me my fixed gear Huffy bike for like $90 back when I was like 6 years old.
yeah.
We also like hopped in the Missouri River real quick that night because it was just fucking hot already. But then it was like,
You know,
we
tetanus.
went to bed at like, no, maybe that's where the cough came from. Maybe I got a brain-eating amoeba or something. But
Just
yeah, we went to bed
dies.
at like 9, like something like 9 or 10 p.m. and we're like, all right,
slap time. Yeah, there we go.
yeah, and we're like, okay, big ride tomorrow because day one is 72 miles. It's like pretty hefty. So we're like, okay, we'll wake up at like 5:30 to like get going early. And our alarms go off at 5:30 and we wake up and like almost all the tents are fucking gone. Like everyone had just like gotten up at like 4 and just gotten the hell out of there. And I was just kind of like, okay, I guess we're waking up too late for this whole fucking trip. Cause we got stuck in traffic early in the morning because there were just, I mean, day one there were 30,000 dudes on this ride. So
the whole population of the goddamn town.
dude,
yeah, yeah, it's more than most of the towns. And it like, yeah, you know, I talked in the past about how the New York Marathon blew my mind when there's just like a constant flow of runners for like 6 hours or whatever. This was that, but with bikes that are moving faster, just constantly like filling up the road. And you know, we got going like 7 a.m. or something, and about 8 we get to this railroad crossing, and it had backed up so bad from people having to get off their bikes for this railroad crossing because it was one of those shitty ones with like there's big ass gaps and you can't like safely ride a bike across it.
No, you
and
can't just gun it.
Andrew ended up taking this like sick ass picture of me like just in line with just a sea
The
of
Hawaiian
dudes.
shirt gang over there.
Ragbri.
That's what the ride's called. But yeah, here's my fucking lettuce.
That's a sick ass
main-
photo.
It
It's
is
like an album
yeah.
cover.
And there's just so many dudes. So we'd already been waiting in this traffic
What
jam for
happens
like
when the
20
train
minutes.
comes and just wipes out like
Jesus.
500
Right.
people?
God damn. That's probably what originally caused it, is a train went by and like backed everyone up. But then you like kind of like walk your way across and then get on and then like get moving up the hills.
Dude, imagine being like late for work and then you like get on the street and it's just like 30,000 bikers.
So what I learned is they only
Worse than a
closed
train.
on this entire trip. They only closed 2 sections of road. Everything else is like technically open. There's just so many bikes that people
You
just
can't use
don't
it.
drive on. Because it's, I mean, look at it. This is later in the day after the field like has spread out. This is in the afternoon as I was, I think, stopping for water, and it's just constant flow of dudes.
So
Like
no cars, like ever.
they had like the SAG buses, which is like they have these Ford Transits with trailers that pick up people who like can't make it, and then they also have ambulances for people who really can't make it. But like sometimes there'd be
Imagine doing
cars
that,
that go by just because there's people that live on these farms that like literally have no other way to go home. So they'll just usually just roll by slowly in the left lane. But yeah, it was very reasonable. I was just kind of surprised by all of it. Here's the day one map, by the way.
So that my next question, was it paved the entire way? Because you can go literally 5 minutes out of any Iowa city, not even 5 minutes, and it's dirt or gravel everywhere.
Yeah. So they specifically picked routes that were paved, apart from I think like 3 miles of the total 500 were on gravel.
Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't know this. There's a lot of damn hills in Iowa. Like, I guess I just kind of associate it with the prairies here where it's just fucking flat, but
Yeah, flat as
damn, they
hell.
got a lot of hills. And the first day was 72 miles. Like, that is no snoozer. Dude, I felt amazing for the first like 80% of the first day, because it was like a reasonable temperature, and the energy was just amazing. I mean, there's people
Dude,
like
your
everywhere.
adrenaline gets going too.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And just riding in a huge ass pack is so great. And everyone, like, I mean, I did the 100K ride in Toronto where people are just fucking animals, just all over the road. But everyone was like super disciplined in Iowa. I mean, I guess because it's like you're doing 500 miles in a week, like you know how to ride a fucking bike. But everyone was like holding their lines, passing on the left, calling everything out. It was super great. And we got to the end town, and there's like a Hy-Vee, like a few minutes on the bike outside of camp, and they had like a special going on where they specifically set out like a little buffet thing for the bikers because there were just so many people rolling through. Where for like $10 you get 2 pieces of chicken and some pasta and some friggin' cheesy potatoes, and a drink. Yeah, big fan. The like Hy-Vee dinners were honestly quality.
Oh, DT, I noticed you got that nice fucking tan going on.
Yeah, that like
the
watch
UPS
tan is
almost.
the worst.
Oh, the watch. Look at the watch.
Yeah, I just have to always wear the watch now because yeah, I
It's
even have
over.
it's harder to see, but I have the bike like fingerless glove tan.
Oh
where it looks
yeah,
like
what the
I've
fuck?
Oh yeah.
It looks
right
like
on
I've
your knuckle.
dipped my fingers into chocolate or
Dude.
something.
You
And-
dipped your fingers in this chocolate jar.
Forbidden.
Yeah, my legs are even worse. I'm just glad like the helmet line isn't all that visible.
They're not that bad.
But it was hot. I mean, the first few days it was just sunny all day long, and I think we had a headwind like just about every single day. I'm pissed. Like the weather made it really, really difficult.
DT, based off what it's been like up where I'm at this whole summer, this is probably the hottest week. Like,
Oh
period.
yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
Carolina,
from
that was the
Iowa,
hottest week of the year.
everyone from Iowa that I talked to was like, "Yeah, last week was gorgeous. This week sucks." I mean, well, I'll get to it. I'm just gonna try
Dude,
and
it
go
felt like
day
the
by
sun
day.
was like really close. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Day 2, they had like an optional gravel route. So this black line was like an alternate route where it's just tons of gravel, which Andrew did because he's fucking crazy, but I didn't. But it was only like,
Y'all just like split up for the day. Like, all right, see you later.
well, we tried to stay together for like day 1, but realized that like it wasn't fun waiting for each other all the damn time.
yeah, you got to go on your own pace.
And like Andrew was faster than me and I was faster than my dad, so we just kind of like split up, and if we'd see each other in the towns, we'll like ride together for a bit and just meet up at the end. I was actually surprised. I was faster than my dad like every day. He was like, especially as the days went on, like I feel like my recovery was easier, which kind of surprised me. But anyway, we did the non-gravel route, which was only 57 miles, which was gorgeous, and like not a whole lot of hills, just like one big boy late in the day. Oh yeah, I got a pork chop for the first time.
It's like
They
a
have,
fucking bicycle graveyard. What the fuck?
They have this dude every day with this big ass pink bus called Mr. Pork Chop. And he puts these big ass smokers out and just smokes like I think over the course of the week they said it was like 1,500 pork chops. And they like station themselves at the top of hills so you can just see the smoke for miles. And you get there and you wait in line. I waited an hour for this one. It was like the worst time.
Real talk. Like, what happens if you're Muslim or Jewish? Just fuck you. Go to
They
the
have
end.
other food. God damn. They have tons of other food, but this guy just specifically get a big ass pork chop, which like honestly, not the best biking food. Like you're supposed to load up on carbs, not just a shit ton of meat. But god damn, it feels good to just eat a big ass smoked pork chop.
Does it not does the grease of it not like get to you? Because I feel like on a hot like sweaty day, it's like the last thing I want to do is bite into fucking.
And I'm kind of pissed because like day 2, I was really schmoovin'. Like I got out of the gate and I felt great, and I was just ripping like left lane passing dudes. And at 10 a.m. I got to Mr. Pork Chop. And I'm like, damn, the line's probably not that long at 10 a.m. because I'm here kind of early. And I waited a fucking hour. And by the time I got out, it was like high noon, middle of the day, hot, and I was just going slow. Like regretting life. This is just the parking lot for Mr. Porkchop.
Oh my god.
So basically each roadside stop turns into just
it looks like a fucking Civil War battle with all the fucking bodies piled up in the ditch.
Yeah,
Dude,
there's just people chilling. There's just bikes everywhere.
I would have kept biking, man. Come on.
That's the road, by the way. We're just filled with bikes.
There's too many dudes.
That's like Metal Valley, bro.
Dude, there were a lot of cool ass bikes. I've never seen so many like weird bikes in my life, because there's a ton of normal bikes, but there's like dudes and like there's tons of recumbent bikes where the dudes like lay down and like pedal with their legs.
Oh, those weird like Tour de France looking things.
Not Tour de France at all. And then there's like hand cycle guys who like guys who can't use their legs anymore, who like fucking crank all day. There was one dude on a penny farthing, and like he literally could not climb hills. He'd have to get down and like push the bike up each hill. So he was just really slow every day. There were 3 people on unicycles going 500 miles. They had little bars connected to their seat where they hunch over like this, and they go do all day.
Unicycle.
It was crazy.
If
2 of them
you
were
do
kids.
a ride like that on a unicycle, you deserve to be put in a padded room.
2 of them were like literal like 16-year-old kids on unicycles.
Put 'em on the
those
spectrum.
That's not exactly what I meant. Caleb sent a picture of like a time trial bike.
That's what when I think Tour de France, I think that.
There were people with TT bars and like elbow rests and stuff.
They call them TT bars
for time trials. But there were tons of dudes on like recumbent like sit down bikes, like this type of thing. Where like it works your legs a bit harder, but you're like sitting down all day. And there were dudes who even like would, I don't have this pulled up. Wow. And there were dudes who would even like, they'd have like tandem ones of these where it's like 2 dudes attached to each other. There were tons of couples on tandem bikes. I even saw a family on like a triple tandem.
Oh my god!
They had 3 of them stacked up. There was also one where like there was a tandem and they had a kid in a trailer. There was one double-decker bike, not where like you put 2 dudes on top of each other, but you put 2 bikes on top of each other, connect the cranks together, so he's just way up in the air.
What the fuck?
Dude, do they have like one of those like bar bicycle things where there's like 10 people just like cycling at a bar and there's like one server just like serving people in the middle?
Those are like unbelievably inefficient, but there was, I saw 2 people on like a little like side-by-side thing, kind of like that.
Like that? Like double-decker bike like that?
Yeah. Caleb sent in an image.
Fuck? What is the advantage of this?
But yeah, it's like this. It's just fun. He had a little plate on the back of his bike that said the weather's fine up here. But yeah, it's something like that. Just dudes like just having fun. I mean, even this has a friggin' like kid trailer on it.
Dude.
And there were a couple like dog trailers where they'd have their dogs on the back. It was cool.
Bring your dog out into that heat.
Yeah.
I don't know what the meta is, but I feel like the recumbent bikers deserve to get like
shot,
full on hate crimed. Like
there were a couple guys with like full on like lay down recumbents where they're like on their backs, like almost flat to the ground.
Dude, there's one guy that has like a bicycle like that in my neighborhood. I see him like doing laps out here all the time. I was like, I originally like I saw that in like a Nickelodeon Global Guts. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Lay down fucking bicycles. I thought that was like originally made for like disabled people or something who didn't have like full use of their arms. And no, it's just like something that you can just fucking do, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
They gotta ban that. They gotta ban recumbents.
You do have to like keep your eyes out for him, because normally you look like there's a person here, there's a person there, but when there's a recumbent,
dude, they're so
like,
fucking low. When I'm in my UPS truck and I'm like going through this neighborhood, I always keep an eye out for that guy. Thankfully, he has like a bright yellow one that you can easily spot. He sits so fucking low. There was one guy so fucking low, like it's like 2 feet off the ground, like where his like forehead is.
There was one guy who didn't have a flag, which like you're just asking to get run into at that point. Well, I don't know, just for like aerodynamic purposes or whatever. I don't know why he wouldn't have a flag, but like everyone else had a flag because you need it when you're in a big ass group with tons of dudes.
They shouldn't even be allowed. Like,
Yeah, and like get them through like bike inspection. Hit them with an L2 penalty. Get them out of there.
You're on a lay down bike. You don't have a flag. That'll be a 2-day penalty. You got to go back to the start.
Anyway, day 2 kind of I got through the heat and it wasn't too bad. And
wait, we're only on day 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna take forever.
This is like Slap's crazy ass saga.
At the end, they had a Hy-Vee with another like pasta special. You get friggin' chicken souvlaki and a friggin' pasta like shit with sauce and a no.
Pasta.
We don't call it that here.
It's pasta.
Impasta.
And garlic bread, which was incredibly based.
Oh, but you call it garlic bread. Okay.
Wahlburgers is trash, by the way. Probably the worst burger you'll have in your life.
Yeah, well, I like you get the Hy-Vee food and you sit in the Wahlburgers. You don't actually like eat the Wahlburgers. I figured that one out before ever buying one. And that night we camped on a golf course, which was kind of sick. Because it was just like cute as hell.
Based fuck golf.
And here's everyone fucking lined up in the rough on either side of the fairway.
Dude.
Yeah, just like LA, they just camp out, just tent cities on the golf course.
Yeah, it was actually just like tent fucking cities every night. We'd take over these towns. Because we literally have more dudes than these towns have.
Dude, my favorite, I don't know what night it was that you called in, but you called in from like a gas station and it was just bike city. Like there was just bikers inside, like hunched around, like bikes coming up to the place.
Every town is like that because you have 30,000 bikes rolling in. So every single business just has tons of dudes. And basically every like Casey's in town, because everyone wanted the shade, they would all park their bikes under all the gas pumps. And like you couldn't get gas if you tried because there's just 200 bikes like covering the parking lot. It was great. It was incredibly based.
Why is Ben in here?
Ben,
fuck off.
Are we starting the podcast?
Yeah,
No,
we're on day
off.
3 of my my journey.
We've been here for like an hour listening to the Iowa stories, and we've made it like 2 days in.
Yeah, Ben, you got a big dick. I'm here. Like, come on.
You guys keep talking about other crap.
World.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it.
Shut up. Day 3. Not a lot of hills, but fucking 86 miles.
Oh, Ames.
The fuck is Ames?
Oh, I lived there 4 years.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
He went to Iowa State.
Yeah.
Oh, we biked in the stadium there.
Oh, the football. You went to Jack Trice?
Yeah, they had us go up the ramp, and we went like around like the concessions around the outside. We went around there and then over that bridge over the highway.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
That was cute. Day 3 sucked because I got like somewhere halfway between like Rippey and Luther, and those are what, 21 miles apart. I was like 10 miles out of Luther, probably somewhere around here, and I broke a spoke in my wheel. I was riding along. I finally found someone with like the same kind of bike as me, like a Jamis, like flat bar. And it was some old dude, and I was chatting him up like, yo, it's cool. I finally found someone with the same bike as me, because everyone else has like $1,000 Trek checkpoints, fucking, or like carbon fiber, whatever the hell's. And he was like, yeah, dude, I bought this thing like used like 10 years ago, and it's been great. And I was like, hell yeah, great bike. And then I hear a fucking like bang from like my rear wheel, and I'm like, something just broke, I guess. So I pull over, and my wheel is like wonky. Like I was rolling and it was going like woo 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 on the back.
Trouble.
If I had wheel brakes instead of disc brakes, I'd have been fucked. The other guy didn't seem to care at all, even though we had like the same bike. But I guess mine was loaded down with like me and all my shit. So I was basically like, it might be over, like we might be dead here, because I was rolling along and it was going woo 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 on the rear wheel, and I was worried about like literally the thing fucking collapsing. So I just like, I just slow rolled it to the next town, 10 miles. I did in like an hour and a half. And it was literally right before the like big hill of the day too. There's this massive ass thing where you go flying down this river valley and then climbing up the other side. So I just like slow rolled in the right lane with my wonky ass wheel. Got to town and I was like, because they have a mechanic in each town. I was like, fucking broke a spoke, wheels all wonky. Like, what can you do? And he's like, oh yeah, no problem, we'll fix that. So I got into Ames like super late because my shit was broke. That morning, this is a hell of a day. That morning, Andrew and I were feeling great because I guess it was only day 3 and our legs were still like okay. So we just got in like a morning train because we got up at like 4:30. I guess this morning was the first one where we woke up earlier. And there's all these like big ass dudes drafting in the left lanes where they'll get like 2 or 3 or 4 guys on the front who are all like really strong on like crazy lightweight bikes. And then, you know, us as like whatever recreational bikers with all their shit on the back, we can kind of like jump on and draft with them and just kind of like follow them in the left lane. So we found like 4 crack dudes and then like 3 other guys who are our skill level and then like me and Andrew on the back, and we were flying. We were zipping past so many dudes. Like, it's still tough, but it's you know, for the ground that we were making up, it was incredible. And it was the morning, so it was like nice and cool. And in a lot of the sort of Iowa like 2-lane highways in the middle of nowhere, they have like rumble strips kind of in the middle lane so that people don't like cross over, obviously. But you just kind of have to like be aware of it whenever you switch over the middle line. And at one point we were zooming along at like 10 a.m. And the rumble strip stopped because there was like an intersection. And for some reason, the guys at the front of the line all moved to like the right side of the lane. So the whole train like starts moving across the line. And by the time the back of the train moves across the line, the rumbles start again.
No.
And the guy in front of me like is the first one to hit the rumbles. And he goes, touches wheels with the guy in front of him and fucking eats it. Like just steering turns down on the ground. And dude, we were going so fast at this point. And I was right behind him, like directly behind him. And I literally hit him. Like I tried my best to like swerve around him and I still like slowed down a lot and like barely got him and managed to stay up, which I still like don't really know how I did. And I wish I had footage of this because it was like gnarly. And he was like mostly okay. I think he like sprained his shoulder. But he just like ate pavement and we all like stopped immediately. The front 4 guys just kept going. Which I guess like we were all kind of like leeching off them. But this guy was down.
They might have not known that you guys fell anyways.
Yeah, no, they probably knew. Cause like, you know, everyone's like
shit.
Everyone's super communicative on the bike, so as soon as someone falls, everyone's calling out like "ride her down," and everyone behind us has to like avoid us.
Bros, gamer down.
So he obviously was fucking light out, and his 2 friends stopped, and then me and Andrew stopped, and we like gathered all his shit, and his bike was fucked up, and he was like not feeling great. So he ended up riding the bus home that day, and like couldn't pedal again. And we're just like,
Jover.
Yeah, we're just like, fuck, dude, that sucks. But yeah, then kept going and then broke my wheel later. So maybe I don't know, maybe it contributed. Who knows? But that day sucked.
When you say you're going fast, like how fast you chugging? Like 20 mile per hour, like 30 mile per hour?
25
kilometers is that?
Oh my god.
20 miles an hour. I've learned how to do this because I had to do a lot of this in this trip. It's like 32 Ks. Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
About 20 mile an hour.
Damn.
Yeah, he fucking ate it.
Imagine hitting the ground going 20 mile per hour and your bike's just fucked on like day 3 of 5.
That literally could have fucked me too because I was right behind him. Like I almost fucking ate it.
Yeah, I don't know how you're like directly behind him and you don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I blacked out. I don't even know what happened.
You should have done the fucking like Cody GoPro on the front of the helmet. Like,
I really wanted to. He said he had a GoPro running, but it was on like time lapse mode, so he probably has a really quick clip of him going like riding, and then boom on the ground. But then day 4 was like the one easy day in the whole event. It was like only 54 miles and like one hill, which is nothing. And I think they I don't know if they set the record, but they like went out to set the world record of like the biggest group ride from Ames to Des Moines, with just tons of dudes. And on this trip, like a lot of the cracked ass riders were just pounding beers every day, because each town has like a beer garden where you can get cocktails or beers and shit. So when we left this morning, Andrew and I were like, okay, every single beer garden today, like we have to get a drink and then keep going. So like in Slater, we got a freaking like vodka lemonade, and then they had the beer bus, we got a beer there, and then they had a beer tent, we got a beer there. Then we got to the next town and we got a White Claw because we were tired of beers. And then there was another beer tent, so I got a freaking like a blue cider thing that was great. And then we got to the next town and I got a beer. They had like an official Ragbride beer. It was actually great. And then by the time we were getting to the last town,
say it with your chest, Rusty. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, Rusty. What do you think about Bud Light, Rusty? Let's get your thoughts.
Rusty Walrus, what are your thoughts?
Haven't they lost? Like...
I just realized Andrew's in this picture. I posted that forever ago. Yeah, by the time we got to the last town, there's like a closing time for each town. And we'd just been falling behind all day because we were drinking at every single town. So by the time we got to Ankeny, it was like 3:30, and the official beer garden was closed. So we went to a fucking Casey's and got a big ass Bud Light. And then we rolled through like downtown Des Moines, which was kind of sick. They like,
oh, it's cute. Did they have well, I'll let you tell your story.
They closed down kind of like the center of the thing and rolled us all through there.
What day of the week was it?
This thing says Wednesday.
Oh, okay. On the weekend they shut down like the whole like center of the city for like the farmers market. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, we would have outnumbered the farmers market by quite a bit.
But yeah, that bridge I think is the one where you like go over there and then that's where the farmers market is.
Yeah, they have parking on the bridge, which is kind of weird. Especially angled parking. But anyway, Des Moines was cute. It's like a small city. And then that night, the like headline band, which is the only one that we saw because everyone else kind of sucks. Some dudes called Lynyrd Skynyrd, which is cool, I guess, because they're probably not going to last much longer. This is their 50th anniversary. And I guess like none of the current band was in the original band because the last dude died this year. But it was
pretty much a tribute band now.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because the main dude is the original dude's brother because he died in that plane crash. It was still sick to hear fucking Freebird live.
Wait. If it's not anybody original, how is it I don't know.
Theseus's ship or whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say the ship of Theseus.
Yeah. Anyway, it was still sick, and they still rocked, and most of them have been in the band for like 30 years, so I'll take it.
Tied.
And I guess like the lead singer's been in the band for 40 years, so I'll count it.
His brother?
Yeah, because
he's been dead for 40 years.
1977, their band's plane crashed and killed most of their dudes.
What the fuck? I didn't know it was that long.
Dude,
ago.
I didn't know any of this.
And yeah, all their hits.
Odie would not shut the fuck up about this at Indy. What the fuck have y'all been paying attention to?
Dude, he's probably downstairs trying to talk over the TV.
And he's turning the TV up to 100 and telling us all the jokes at Chappelle's show early.
Anyway, it was sick. I only knew
crying about
summer sauce.
God damn, guys.
Sorry, you had to be there last night playing poker, DT.
I only knew 2 of the songs, and they, believe it or not, they played them. Dude, each song.
That smile! Can't you smell that smile?
Each song they did for like 10 minutes. Like they just played the shit out of them
Freebird
each
solo.
time. The Freebird solo was like genuinely sick. Like that was fucking cool.
Did you,
and like getting here was kind of a pain in the ass because it was like probably like 5 or 6 miles down the road from where the campsite is, just because it was such a big event they couldn't put it like right next to the campsite. So they had these shuttles rolling down where they'd have these like John Deere tractors pulling a trailer with a bunch of seats on it. But they were all just fucked. Like they were so full of dudes, and they had everyone funneled down one little path where the tractors would roll through, and it was like barely wide enough for a tractor. But also people were rolling RVs in and out of the campground, and there were just tons of people walking and tons of bikes. And the shuttles just like couldn't move. It was kind of a, I don't know, Des Moines, they kind of made a mess of the campground. There was literally a line of porta potties like facing the road. So if you step out at the wrong time, you open the door, there's just a tractor coming along on the fucking road.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta be on your toes in the fucking Des Moines Ragbri site. Yeah, I got used to the fucking blue water because I was fucking living out of porta potties like every damn day.
The blue water blues strike
Did you get
again.
that 6 a.m. kiss on the fucking starfish?
Dude, and you had to wait in line for those things in the morning. Like they had a lot, but it was never enough.
Dude, no,
You can't just go in the grass.
Dude, there's like you are like dick to ass, like tent to tent. There's just no like no.
Yeah, just shit on another person's tent. You got it.
And like they made a point online like beforehand. People were like, make sure you have like a little bit of toilet paper on your own, because sometimes there's a big ass line and you get in there and it's like 6:30 a.m. and there's just nothing on any of the rolls. So you got to come prepared. So that part wasn't very fun. What also wasn't very fun was day 5 was just fucked. Like it was literally
We're not
90
done
miles.
yet. Jesus Christ!
All right, we gotta speed run this.
Yeah, I'm canceling Slap's crazy ass moments. It's done. Can't do
That's
it.
fine. I guess I should have told you I don't really need one of those this week.
Oh my!
Fuck you.
It's the only
DC.
reason I show up. What do you mean?
All right, I'll go fuck myself. I biked my ass off for a week and I don't get to talk about it on my own podcast.
No, we're listening. Come on.
Are we?
No, not really.
God damn it.
Just
Come on. The viewers are interested, and that's
Tell
what
us
that's what we're
about
here for.
Suffering in bike form. That's all you need to know.
Drive
Great.
tell us about the juicy stuff about how you were so slow on day 5. This dude with no legs passed you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, day 5 was just like a shit ton of hills, and especially out of Des Moines, like these are big ass hills, dude. This is 100 feet each of these ticks. And I was rolling so slow at this point because I was just tired. It's day 5 and it was getting stupid hot. And I was like one of the slowest dudes up the hills at this point because most people didn't pack all their shit on their bike like I did. And I literally had a dude with no legs roll by me, and it might have been the lowest moment of my life. Like, and not even like a dude with no legs on like a hand cycle. I'm talking a dude with no legs who's still pedaling with stumps past me. Yeah, it was tough. There's a little bit of gravel here too, which was actually kind of nice because all the like fancy road bike guys had to get off because their tires are too thin, but I could just keep on rolling. But this, I mean, it was still, I think, like 106 American degrees this day, but it was clouded over the whole time, which was like really nice because there's just fucking hills and hills, and I ended up getting in late. My dad got in like really late because it's just fucking slow up and down all the hills. I don't have any pictures from this day. I just have like rolling at the sunrise in Des Moines, and I broke a pedal this day too, and I didn't even like bother getting a new pedal or whatever. I just rolled with this the rest of the week. You can see how dirty my shit got too. All right, day 6, 108 degrees on the fucking the like feels like temperature because it was humid as all hell. It was like 99 actual degrees, 188 or 108 feels like.
108.
Yeah, and it was sunny all day too. Like I literally like, here's me laying under a tree. Here's my cute ass bike.
Cute ass bike.
I ran the Canadian flag on the back, which was great because like I literally got to meet like every other Canadian on the ride because they just come up and be like, "Hey, what up, Canada?" Because I got my shit like this would like flap around as I was rolling down the hills. And I met a like father and son from like kind of around Toronto who had little flags in the back of their bikes too. And on one of the days, some guy hands me a Canadian flag and he's like, "Hey man, I don't know if this is yours, but I found it on the road and I'm not Canadian, so I guess like here, you can have it." And I was like, you know what? Sure. I stuck that on the front of the bike and then I was running 2 flags. Yeah, and here's people just fucking dying in the shade. Like, they put a bunch of hills at the end of the day too, where like you just cannot escape the heat. And it sucked. But then we went to Hy-Vee after, which was great. Dude, just tons of fucking IndyCar stuff at Hy-Vee.
Yeah, dude.
Big fan. Ate another friggin' Hy-Vee Asian meal. Things slapped. And then after all that, a freaking storm rolls in. And we're like, damn, there wasn't any rain forecasted. And we see this like rain cloud start rolling in over the horizon. We're like, damn, all right, well, that kind of sucks. We got our tent set up. We're like ready to go to bed. It's like 9 p.m. We're all tired as shit. And then the tornado alarm goes off.
Oh no.
Like, it's like an air raid siren.
Yeah,
and we're
dude.
like,
Yeah.
damn, that's kind of a lot for just some like thunderstorms, but I guess you have a lot of people in tents, so it's like, I guess it makes sense. So we're like getting ready for bed still. I go and take a quick pee in the blue water, and then I come back out, and some guy's walking around the campsite being like, everybody get inside, get in the school, because there's like a designated shelter at each thing, and there's a school right there. And he just kept saying like 70-mile-an-hour winds, get in the school, 70-mile-an-hour winds. And I was like, bitch, what do you mean? It's just totally chilling. And like
calm before the
within
storm.
the next 2 minutes, the wind just picks up and picks up and picks up. And I've never had this moment of weather before. I was just like, oh shit, this is like really bad. It starts blowing in. I have a video that Andrew took of like the real like oh shit moment. When like, I mean it yeah, here, I'm just gonna play it.
That's that dude who has no shirt on.
Yeah, because people were all over the place at this point, because some people were like still taking their showers, some people were getting ready for bed, some people were like in grocery stores and shit. And this is when like the wind just picks up and everyone like really started panicking, and tents
Tents are dead.
tents start flying, dude.
Oh, they're done.
And flags are going everywhere, and yeah, like entire tents are getting blown across the campsite. Andrew's fucking laughing about it, but
Oh, I hear the tornado siren.
yeah, just out of nowhere, like it was completely calm 2 minutes before this.
What city is this in?
This is in Carrollville, which is right next to Iowa City. And look at it, just full ass tents rolling by. Yeah, it was fucked. And we ended up piling into this fucking gym with like tons of dudes for like 3 hours as this storm rolled by. And we're all just sitting there like, damn, I hope our shit's okay. And a lot of people's weren't. Like, a lot of people just had their whole weeks fucked from their tent blown away or ripping apart. Somehow, I guess I'd done a good pegging job because mine stayed up. But Andrew's
Rusty loves a good pegging job.
Andrew's tent snapped. Like, it literally broke his poles in 2 places. And luckily the fly,
not where you want to be.
the fly still stayed like on top of the tent, so all the shit wasn't soaked because it rained a bunch afterwards. But yeah, like the whole campground was just a fucking like mess of shit.
Was this Friday?
Yeah, it was Friday in Coralville.
Well, I found your tornado. It was an
It wasn't
EF0.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole ass tornado. It was just a big ass thing of wind.
Well,
it just came out of nowhere. Like
No, an EF0 is still a tornado.
Yeah, it's still this is a tornado. It was a tornado for 2 whole minutes.
Wow. Where the hell is this? Clinton. I gotta look up where Clinton, Iowa is. But anyway, it sucked because it knocked us out of like 3 hours of sleep when we like literally needed it most. And we had to like repair Andrew's tent. Luckily, it came with some kind of like cute little like it's like a sleeve where you kind of like slide it over the pole and it like holds it together. And we actually got it fixed like pretty damn well. He still had a hole in the fly, but it was serviceable. And yeah, it was like after the hardest day, an actual tornado rolls through.
Deal with that bullshit.
Yeah. And then I tweet about it, and some guy's like, "Oh, you should have expected that coming to Iowa. What do you mean this is not what the people needed?" I was like, "Fucking Christ." Anyway, then we went through the last day, and it was like kind of easy, but my ass hurts, my legs hurt, and then I got a little friggin'. They gave us a little metal. I guess I can't really call it a medal. It's like a little like a little desk thing.
It's like an amoeba. It's an amiibo.
I guess so.
You stick it on your.
They called the medals, and then I opened it. And I was like, "Where's the fucking like neck thing?"
Dude, you guys got ripped off.
The ending was kind of weird. There's people who got in like late because they closed the ending at like 4 p.m., which is like 2 hours earlier for some reason. Which means at 4 p.m. the organizers just fucking dipped, like they just left. So people who showed up after that just didn't get their medals.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And they had like shuttle services in each of the towns where you could like get in a school bus and they drive you to like where like the long-term parking is and stuff. And they stopped those at 4:30. So if you show up after that, it's like you gotta bike to your car, which is up the hill in Davenport. By the way, Davenport, Iowa, kind of a fucking dump. Like kind of a crappy town. I feel like everything else was like cute or like cool. If y'all remember that building collapse that happened like a few months ago, that was in Davenport, Iowa.
No.
Where they were gonna demolish it, and then people were like, "Wait, there's people that are still alive inside," and the city was like, "No, I don't think so." And then there was literally like a lady still in the building. But yeah, shout out to fucking Davenport, Iowa. There's just like. It was just weird. There was just a lot of weird shit in that town. Like just tons of like hooligans and like just cars without bumpers. I've never seen so many cars without bumpers in my life. Just clapped out machines and weird ass motorcycles ripping it every night.
That's the Iowa culture. I'm telling you. You get a couple beers in you, take them with you inside the car on the highway, barrel roll it. Keep your foot in it. Go back to top down.
God.
Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Oh, Caleb linked the tweet of this fucking dude where I said like, this isn't what people needed after biking 430 miles, and at Farm Boy Logic says, "Come on, not what they needed. You all volunteered for this, knowing full well how Iowa weather can be. You're lucky you only got a cute little light show."
Hey, I love hashtag farm life, hashtag geek, hashtag liberal tormentor, God, family, America, hashtag 2A, hashtag constitutionalist.
Literally under a picture of these fucking
blocked by
destroyed campground. What?
Look at his bio, dude.
Blocked by
reigning hashtag corn king.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this dude's out.
Is that farm boy logic or femboy logic?
Oh my god.
One's more base than the other. Anyway, big Hy-Vee fan.
More than the other.
Iowa, kind of cool, but also kind of weird. And my everything hurts, dude. My ass hurts so much on the last day. Just fucking. Ugh.
It doesn't hurt as much as after I clapped them cheeks at Daytona.
Yeah, it turns out riding for 7 days hurts your ass. Who'd have thought? Anyway. Big fan. Probably won't do it again next year, but maybe eventually I'll forget how much of a pain it was and do it again.
ET's cinematic fucking universe out here.
Listen, man, I don't usually do this kind of stuff.
It's the one time he gets out of the house, Slap. We gotta let him talk for an hour.
Yeah, the one time he gets out in front of the green screen.
Yeah.
We still got like 3 segments to go through too.
No,
Sorry.
I'm going to bed.
Oh,
It's
no.
over.
What
It's
are we
just
gonna
over.
Play the Animal Planet song and let's go to bed.
That was an Animal Planet?
We're doing Animal Planet. That was Animal Planet. Go to fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
Oh my God,
You
no!
hit the double button.
Watch your fucking hands slap. I don't give a fuck, man. You better send in those emails at this point.
Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
I'll slap who hit the button for reference.
Send them in.
Wait, real
Rare
quick.
double segment. What?
Real quick. Now that we got this new camera from Ben, can we discuss on which end of the bed your head rests when
Oh
you
yes,
sleep?
it's towards the door. It's psychotic, bro.
You put
Ben,
your
point
feet
towards
against the
which end of
wall?
the mattress. Point to which end of the mattress your head rests when you go to sleep. No,
He sleeps facing the window.
He sleeps facing the wrong way. He sleeps upside down.
Dude, head to the door is crazy.
He
What
sleeps
is
head
wrong
towards
with
the door.
you?
Look at little
Look at
kids.
Point
The Red
to
Ryder
where
pointy gun
yeah,
back
point,
there.
point to where your head goes.
What? There's the door right there.
There's the door.
And
There's
point
the
where your
door.
head goes.
It's right where the cat is.
That is crazy.
What is wrong with you?
He's a psychopath.
It's so he has time to get his Red Ryder BDB gun and is pointing towards the door.
Look, these things happen.
What do you mean? No, they don't. That's not a thing.
Look, if someone shoots through my windows, I'm more protected sleeping next to the door.
But you're in the same place. You're just facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, but it's not a headshot then.
Yeah.
That is the worst logic I think I've
I
ever
couldn't
heard in my
say.
life.
Big brain play. Big brain.
If you also have wires
Cinnamon,
crossed in
guys.
your brain, send us
Yeah,
an
if you-
email.
yeah, if you sleep
ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com.
If you sleep with your head close to the door, send them in, guys.
But also, if you want to send us questions, comments, concerns, or something stupid,
goes the
send us
cat.
Dude, that's like sleeping
ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com.
without a headboard. Like, how do you have your pillows like?
That's true. Like, your pillow is just going to, like,
Hold on,
fall off
hold
the
on,
bed.
hold
I
on.
just sleep with the pillow underneath my head like a normal person.
That's
sleeping
not
without a headboard is based.
Do you at least have a wall?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you can't really see
I'm
it,
saying
but-
Ben has neither. He just has a fucking drop off. Weird. Anyway. Send them in. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Okay. We have, I think,
Good
only 4
emails.
emails.
Said how many emails?
4. The first one comes in from Nathan. And he says, "Greetings, Shrimps. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller who's happy to announce he's losing his NASCAR virginity this weekend by going to Michigan International Speedway to see ARCA Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup.
Mm.
If Ed Soundhead is going or any of the Shrimps will be showing their face or an MIS, I'd love to meet up. Ed's not going. I think he's going to SRX instead. But my question for the High Council of Shrimps is this. Seeing as the Chicago Street Course was a smashing hit with fans and racers alike, what international markets should NASCAR look into next? Canada. Moreover, what markets can we break into that other motorsports have failed at? Canada. Thanks for reading my ramble. Much love from the great Hoosier State, from Slickers GT82. P.S. Slap, your hands are filthy. Filth serves zero purpose. You should wash your hands now.
I think you should
Motorsports is
kill
not a
yourself
failure
now.
in Canada.
I guess so. I guess that's fair. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I don't think they're gonna fly the Cup Series to Japan again. Although I guess they brought IndyCar to Australia not all that
They
long
didn't
ago.
fly him to Japan. They put him on a fucking storage container and they shipped their ass over there.
Yep.
It was the slow
Damn.
route.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Canada seems like the obvious answer because everyone's right beside the U.S. there anyway. Unless they want to go to like
Montreal or go
Mexico.
home.
No. Big brain. Everybody talks about how like New York City, like Times Square needs to be the next like street circuit cup race.
No, they don't.
I think
Who says that?
y'all haven't seen that shit. Okay, I guess I spent too much time on Twitter. Anyways,
Talking to your imaginary friends, I guess.
Going through the 4Us.
God damn. I'm just saying, you know how badass it would be if we had a street night race in the middle, like fucking like Tokyo, like just blasting with all like the skyscrapers and like the LED like neons like lights everywhere. Like, dude, that would be
I got
fucking
bad news
sick.
for you. This
Nah,
is
I
a
don't give a
logistical nightmare.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. It would be worth it because we'd get banger pictures out of that.
I feel like half the industry wouldn't come back to America. Like we're staying. We're staying.
Including Slap.
Oh hell yeah!
NASCAR
I'm going to
Japan
the
would be
Muscle
sick.
Girl bar in Tokyo. I'm not coming back.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem that reasonable to fly cars out.
Did
It's
I say
definitely not reasonable to
reasonable?
ship them out.
I
I
didn't
mean,
say
the
reasonable.
question was like, where, like,
It didn't say realistically. It just said, where would you like him to go? So I said, where I'd like him to go.
all
On
right.
the fucking moon. I don't
Dude,
think
yeah,
motorsports
NASCAR
is
on the
very
moon.
good up there.
Dude, yeah, the fucking
Literal
NASCAR
moon
moon
car.
race.
Literally.
Next
all right.
question. Let's go.
Next-
I'm trying to get to bed.
Get a blowover and they just float away.
Next email comes in from our good friend down under Andrew R, who says, at the driver's interview at Eastern Creek Raceway last night, Shane Van Gisbergen sort of confirmed that maybe he's going to be leaving AAA racing at the end of 2023. Since there's no obvious free rides in supercars in 2024, that could only mean a NASCAR Cup ride, maybe. Trackhouse 97. He says confirmed SVG's not going to Colic. I don't know why, but sure. But yeah, are they gonna dump Suarez and put fucking Shane Van Gisbergen in? I don't think they should.
No, they won't.
Or are they
No.
gonna like try and get a charter or run him in an unchartered car?
I'm just saying, Shane Van Gisbergen has hinted heavily at where he's going, and if you just connect the dots, everything falls into place.
All right, you're gonna
That's
have to do
easy.
some connecting for me and the viewers.
Caleb, send me a DM. Like
I
need to know.
can't connect shit, but I'm just saying he's hinted heavily at what his plan is.
Xfinity.
Perhaps.
All right, y'all being fucking weird.
He's taking Matt DiBenedetto's truck.
God damn it. No. He's
Would be pissed.
there's literally I think it was The Athletic interviewed him, and he says that there's like no way that he could do Cup oval racing, and he pointed at so many he pointed at Ambrose, Montoya, like among others, like people that have tried switching to NASCAR, that they needed lots of outside experience before they tried a full-time Cup ride. So I don't know, it's just point the dots to some Xfinity, and you start to see some open stuff, and just again connecting the dots.
All right,
You
all right.
Might not be
absolutely fucking nothing. Next question.
God
Dude,
damn.
Slap is pissed.
Slap
he's,
is upset.
he's past
We're
his
it's
bedtime.
almost 1 o'clock, dude.
This
Like,
is,
I gotta
this
work
is
tomorrow.
absurd. Yeah, like I got a 14-hour drive tomorrow.
Oh
like
my god. Well, the
Yeah,
good news
DT
is we
wants
don't
to
have...
talk about every single facet of fucking Iowa that he came across.
Oh, dude, he's pissed. We gotta let him go.
God damn.
Slap, you're
He wants
okay. You
talk
can go to
about every
bed.
ear of corn he came across. Like, come on, man, let's go here.
dude, he'd even talk about like in order to eat the corn, he had to detassel it himself and like do manual labor.
Shuck it himself. He had to go
He
down to
actually-
Nebraska to have it shucked.
They're
Yeah,
giving
he-
out free corn in one of the towns, but to get it, they funnel you through this trailer with all this like ethanol propaganda, and there's literally a dude standing there like a preacher for ethanol talking about how like
Fuck.
Amoco put this like plan together to like ban ethanol during prohibition so that they
Was
could
it
get more
Rusty?
It's all
oil.
Monsanto. Monsanto did it, man. It's Monsanto. They're giving us the soy, man.
Anyway, it was like
The
really
soy is in
fucking
the
weird. That was the price for free corn. All right, next email comes in from Mark. He says, "Hey Shrimps, Mark here. Hello. Just writing in to show that my poster arrived. It looks really cool over my setup. It's also the first non-Stuart Haas racing poster I have, as my dad works for Rush and sometimes brings their posters home for free. I'll be writing in next week to share my experience at my local dirt track of I-37 Speedway.
Look at that cat.
Look at the little baby.
And he's attached an image of a bunch of Clint Boyer posters, and then also Shrimp Hour Season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Which looks great. And I'm so glad people have been loving the posters.
There's one
Those are
random
sick.
Chase Briscoe poster he has too.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, it's just all the Rush Truck Centers thing. That makes sense.
I will say, as somebody that followed Clint Boyer for like 4 years, you got to get that shit off your walls immediately.
God damn.
Says the guy with Carl Edwards on his wall.
It's right there. Big old 19.
Yeah.
It's in the dark. We can't see.
Oh my god.
Change your light bulbs, you stupid.
Slap. Go to bed, you fuck. Go.
I
Bye.
want to. DT won't shut the fuck up about goddamn Iowa.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna have to call this one Slap's temper tantrum.
All right. Andrew R. also wrote that Canada lost to Australia. Thank you. And Mr. S said that Bowman Gray got rained out, and what's the weirdest diecast you own? I only have like 2, so they're not very weird.
Oh, I have the 2001 Mark Martin Bud Shootout car before he got approved for Viagra, so it's just plain black and it just says Roush Motors on the side, RoushMotors.com on the side, and that's it.
I don't actually know about this.
My dad has
2001
one too.
Shootout?
Yep.
Yeah, Bud Shootout Mark Martin. I got the diecast up there, but it's in like a case and shit.
Yeah.
Wow, this thing sucks. I just found a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
RoushRacing.com.
Yeah.
JR's Garage and RoushRacing.com.
Shout out to the Wicker though.
Yeah, big Wicker Bill fan. There it is with the... Oh yeah, Dale and the Oreo card.
Yeah, yeah, the Oreo card. Dude, that's my favorite Dale Earnhardt scheme right there.
Anyone else got any weird diecasts?
Rusty back.
I was
I
looking
have-
at my collection,
have-
but it's not
hold
weird. It's just, I don't know.
I got it's a signed right on the windshield. Look at your cat, Ben. Holy shit, she's
Yeah,
going
she's
crazy.
playing with the toy.
But no, it's
On
a
the prowl.
signed 06 Todd Cleaver 3M car, and it is the prize piece of my collection.
An important signature right there. What's Todd Cleaver up to these days? Does anyone know?
Running
Real
for
estate.
Senate, I think.
Get a Todd Cleaver check-in.
Is that the 06 car from Cup or the Bush series?
Oh, apparently
it's
in
the Cup
2021
one.
he raced in the Badger
Okay.
Midget Series, the thing that Cody filmed for in Wisconsin. Wow. That's a fucking Todd Cleaver, I guess. So he's driving like dirt cars and like weird little things.
I got a runner up too. It's like a random show car. It's from 2005 and it's like a Mark Martin museum car
What the
Jesus.
hell?
autographed on the hood.
Oh my.
That's
Bruh.
tough.
Dude, my dad was down bad for some Mark Martin. Loved him.
Imagine that.
I knew your dad was based. I knew it the whole time.
Damn.
Yeah, he went to it was Batesville, Arkansas, I think, where the museum is located, and got this shit like autographed.
Oh, dude, I went to Nebraska as well. Forgot about that.
I
Ass.
told you he went to Nebraska to get the Cornhuskers of
You mean
Nebraska.
shucked?
Shucked husks, whatever they do to fucking corn to make it fucking edible.
Hmm.
Dude, how many tall
Dude, put
boys
it
have you
under a
had?
power line and
Slap is like angry drunk now.
He's like belligerent.
That's the thing that makes me angry right now. It's not the alcohol. It's fucking Iowa. Shut the fuck up about Iowa. I don't
Damn.
fucking care.
Damn. Dude just biked for a week for all of it for Slap to tell him to shut the fuck up
He
about it.
didn't. He didn't burn anything in Iowa to the ground. It was a waste of time.
I'm amazed too, because it was so damn hot.
Yeah, when there was a drought, you should have just like Molotov cocktailed some cornfields while you're
That's
there.
the thing, though, is there wasn't a drought. There was tons of water. It was just hot, but people were just fucking like, each town would have a water station where there's just like constant hose running, and the best days is when
Constant malaria.
they'd pop the hydrants and just like shoot it over the road, so as you ride by, you just get like a shower. Big fan of those. Anyway.
How long is this
Slap
podcast?
Pissed. It's literally only an hour and a half. Like, it's completely standard.
Yeah,
length.
dude, this feels like it's been like 4 hours.
I guess no one cares about corn.
No, I love corn. It was great.
I love Iowa.
Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed it.
All right.
Go to hell.
Jesus.
God,
That's the name of the
damn.
podcast.
I'm never going outside again.
Oh, Iowa Animosity is the name of the podcast.
Animosity. Is that what we're calling it?
No, he said Iowa
Rusty's
What'd you say?
fucking drunk.
There's the title right there.
What is it?
Fuck, what do we call this thing?
Iowa Animosity.
Where was their animosity?
DT's.
There is now.
DT's Iowa Saga.
DT's glove.
Yeah, that's it. Just DT's glove.
DT's glove tan.
Can we just call like no one cares about Iowa?
No, I do.
No, I cared about Iowa.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck
No
Iowa.
one cares about
That's the name
Iowa.
of the podcast. Fuck Iowa. There it is. It's official. I have willed it into existence.
Broken spoke. What a joke.
I had a whole
Sorry.
like crazy ass moment too, man. Y'all fucked it. I'm going to bed.
Save it for next week, god damn it.
God damn it.
We're having a
That's not
revolt. Bye, DT.
I thought Caleb was as bad as this they could get last week being in charge
Wow.
of it, but DT is so much worse.
Wow, you are just
I'm
filled
never
with
coming
hate.
back. This is the last episode of this show ever.
It's because Slap's just
Bring back
cyberbullying
Caleb.
people.
I want to see you produce this thing, Slap.
Yeah, it's a
I will
bitch.
run this into the fucking ground. There
Can
will
they
never
still
be
hear
another
us?
Shrimp Hours ever
Yeah.
again.
Oh my god.
It's dead.
But
Everyone say
crazy
bye.
out.
It's Jover.